questions begin from this. Mr. Nominee, these investigations that EACC is talking about, are you saying here on camera on open day that you have never written any statement?
I'm saying here in the camera that I have never been called to write a statement up to this moment. So I don't know even what I'm being accused for, because if I knew, I would have explained. But I just read it in the papers like the way you read it.
So this file that we are seeing that has gone all the way to the DPP doesn't have any of your statement?
Can you go and check that file? I have never written a statement.
It will be easier to just answer the question. Because even if you tell him to go, he will not. Just answer the question as it's asked.
I have no statement in that file as I sit here, unless I will have it tomorrow.
So, these conservatory orders that you applied for in Kakamega, what made you apply for it?
I applied for it because my family was harassed.
Yes.
And because the way these people were asking me questions about the guns, about my relationship with my party leader, I got scared. And the way they harassed my children, they took their phones. I didn't know what was going to happen next time. So I decided, why can't I go to court to protect me? And that's why I went there. And according to the Constitution, I'm not supposed to be searched in the house. It is there in the Constitution. So I was using my rights.
You can be searched, but with a court order.
Court order.
Yes. If they come with a court order, they can search. If they don't have a court order, it's another story.
Okay. Thank you.
I rest my case there, because I'm really surprised that you're saying you have never recorded any statement.
I have never recorded a statement.
That is information that I really wanted to know. Secondly, now my other question is, now you are going to the position of Cabinet Secretary of Cooperatives.
If confirmed.
If confirmed by this committee.
Yes.
And your profession, as you have said, is accounting, which is much in relation with that work. There is the SME, micro and small medium enterprises, which is the backbone of this economy. That is the group that drives this economy. What do you think, what measures will you put in place to make sure that these SMEs survive the current economic situation that is going on in this country of high interest rates and other things? Secondly, the famous, and unfortunately me and you are on the same line, before elections and after elections, until now we are found together in this place. How will you handle Hustler Fund? It's in that ministry. What do you think you will do? And you know the way we opposed it very well, me and you, on the streets.
Chair, maybe before he answers that, in relation to the question Junet asked, the investigations by EACC, you say you have never recorded a statement, okay? Are you aware if any of your former colleagues or staff at the county government of Kakamega have recorded any statements with EACC? And lastly, has the Office of the ODPP, Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ever contacted you in relation to this matter or prosecuted you?
I wouldn't know if any member of Kakamega County recorded a statement, because I'm no longer a governor. So I wouldn't know the movement of staff from Kakamega to here and back. So that one, I will not commit myself that I know. However, I know one of my colleagues who was called to record a statement.
Chairman, on the same, just briefly on the EACC, have you ever been to EACC offices, the headquarters here?
Yes.
In October?
Yes.
Did you, what did you go to do there?
I had gone to collect my phones because they had taken my phones of my children. My children were crying, they want their phones. So I followed them to go and collect the phones. And when I went there, They kept me waiting. They were saying they were scanning the phones, and later, after some 2-3 hours, they returned me the phone. That's what took me there.
So while there, you did not write any statement?
I didn't write any statement.
Did you get your phones back?
I got my phones back, except the computer.
And the ODPP has never contacted you that you're supposed to be charged for any offense, or you're supposed to be taken to court?
He has never contacted me. The first time that I was contacted was early this month, around 8th, 9th there, when my lawyer told me that he had received a letter from the DPP that I have no case to answer, according to him.
Let's have... yes.
Yeah. You talked...
the Hustler Fund
and
your previous pronouncements against it. Now that you are going to be the line minister, I think that's what you have been asked.
I know I was among the people who are opposed about the Hustler Fund, and I had not known the facts about the Hustler Fund until now. I've been briefed about the Hustler Fund. I think this fund, if well managed, is a fund that will take our people from poverty. The only problem through my briefing, the only problem is that this fund was launched in a hurry without proper legal structures in place. And in the process, the Treasury allocated 13 billion Kenya shillings. From those 13 billion, because of borrowing again and again, that figure has gone, the turnover has gone to 55 billion.
From 13?
From 13. And out of that 55 billion, 21 million people have been involved in the repeating borrowing. In the process, they have been able to recover 43 billion, sorry.
It's a revolving fund.
It's a revolving fund. So in the process, there is 12 billion, which has not been recovered. But they have there is a very strong infrastructure, digital infrastructure, that they are able to determine where the 12 billion is, who has the 12 billion. The only problem is that there is no legal framework to recover that particular amount. You know, Fulisa is when you take Fulisa, when you load your phone, then the money is recovered automatically. But the digital infrastructure they have does not do that. It waits until the 2 weeks.
If you find favor and you are confirmed, I have not been asking questions, but just a follow-up until the end. If you are confirmed to take up this docket, what will you do then to have a better system to manage this fund and avoid leakages and losses?
First thing I should admit here that the intention was very good, because this fund was supposed to address market failures at the lowest level, lowest pyramid. That person, even leave Mama Mboga, leave Boda Boda, the person below, even those people, the person who could not even afford 500 shillings. So it was supposed to address that. You borrow the money, and then you repay. When you repay, you get a credit score. So after that, then if you have borrowed like 500, you have refunded. You can now borrow 1,000 and you refund. In that process, your score improves. So you can continue borrowing until those who are borrowing properly, now they can borrow up to 1 million shillings. So the intention was good, but unfortunately, there was no legal framework. So if you approved my nomination, the first thing I will do is to make sure that there is a proper legal framework. There is a board. A board has just been put in, but there is no even staff. So to ensure that there is staff that will manage this particular fund properly, because this fund, the goodness is that when you borrow, 30% of the money you borrow goes to savings. So it encourages savings. And at the moment, even the savings now have reached about 3.1 billion. And savings are very critical. It has also the element of retirement benefit. They have even now put there a benefit of health care. So if well managed, Mr. Chairman, this is a very useful fund.
I will take a cohort of 3